Karen Taylor here. I'm working on a project for a friend. She wanted a large welcome stone for her training business. And so I watched a YouTube video last night on sealing concrete. So I'm using Deco Art multi-purpose sealer and an artist sponge, and working that in to the surface, and this will dry and hopefully provide a surface that I can then paint on. So since it's a dog training business, I'm going to put her two golden retrievers on it. And this is a concrete paver stone that I got at Home Depot. It's 16 by 14. It's big, which is what she wanted. And it weighs 24 pounds. So keep that in mind if you decide you want to do something like this. And one of the videos I watched had a great idea of putting it on a towel so you can move it around. I'll probably be painting it here at my dining room table, just because it's so big. So I'll do this today. I'll let it dry, and then when I start the next step of the painting, once I get the design on it, we'll meet back up then. Great. I'll keep you posted. I'm continuing on my painting on a cement paver project. Yesterday I put 2 coats of Deco Art multi-purpose sealer on this. It feels pretty smooth. It's very porous, so I'm not going to fill in all the holes up to level, but it feels pretty good. It feels like a pretty good surface to paint on. So what I thought I'd do today is paint the entire top surface white, as if I were going to be using gesso. But what I have is Arteza outdoor acrylic paints. I have the whole set of 20, a lot of different colors here. They are water-based, scuff-resistant, self-sealing, indoor and outdoor use. Now, what I've read is that outdoor paints have some UV protection in them. They're just made a little different to hold up better to the UV in the sun. A lot of people use the patio paints, and I happen to have a bunch of these. So I'll be using those in addition to the Arteza. I'm going to use the Arteza white as a base, just because I want my colors to be brighter. And if I were to paint my colors right on this dark cement, I just think they'd be washed out. So I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll see. So I'm going to apply this the same way I did the sealer, using the art sponge. So this is really thick. So we'll see how it goes on. And I'm going to try and be careful not to go over the edges. I did not seal the edges or the back of this stone. So I'm going to put this on, I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to do probably a black border that I sort of, just a small little black border to just kind of frame the painting that I'm doing. So I saw some people do that on YouTube, and I thought it looked really nice. I thought it gave it a little dimension. The sponge is way easier than a paintbrush, and what a lot of people said was painting on concrete will just chew your paintbrushes up. So in order to save my paintbrushes, I'm going to take their advice and use the sponge. This is really thick paint, really, really thick. So I don't feel like I have to get every porous area filled. Like I said, I just wanted this as a base to put the other colors on so that I'm just not painting on something so dark. I'm thinking that this might save me additional coats of the colors. Well, before I get started in painting, I want to make a couple of corrections. One is the stone weighs about 30 pounds. Well, I was off by about 6 pounds, so it's a big stone. The other thing is, I apologize for doing this video in a vertical format. I should have done it in a horizontal. I always forget. I'll try and remember because I think it's easier to view that way. So a couple other things. The patio paints are really thin. They're I won't say thin, but they pour more easily. So I kind of like that. The Arteza outdoor paints are really thick, very thick. So you almost have to thin them down with water. One of the other things is I have my design on here, and sometimes I freehand paintings. When I'm doing smaller stuff, I usually freehand. Don't often trace, but I'm not saying I never trace. This is my friend's two Goldens, and I took portraits of these dogs a couple years back. So I was a commercial dog photographer for 30 years. So I have really good pictures of dogs. And it was just easier to lay these out in the right size and then just trace them on. I had the graphite paper, taped that down in place, and then taped this exactly where I want it. Because it's such a huge size, I really didn't want to try, and you can't really erase and fool around with it. So I'd say these bigger stones are probably better to use stencils or tracing. Just because unless you're really good at freehand drawing and can get it right the first time, it's not a great way to erase on these two. So one of the other things is I use craft paintbrushes for these. I really like Royal and Langnickel craft brushes. They make all different kinds, kind of an ergonomic one, which is Crafter's Choice. I like those a lot. These I get at Hobby Lobby. It's $7.99 for this whole set. So you get a lot of brushes. When you're painting on rock or cement like this, they're very hard on brushes. So you would not want to use your really good brushes. So, but when you can get 12 or 15 brushes for $7.99, and they're good quality for projects like this, I can honestly say I don't think I've ever had one lose a bristle or a hair in a project. So in that respect, they're well made for the price. And yeah, I was really pleased with those. So I like to give a little additional teaching information when I do these videos. So when I was at Hobby Lobby the other day, I noticed that this was listed as a medium soft hair brush. So I did a little research online, and I went to royalbrush.com that makes the Royal and Langnickel brushes in addition to bee paper, and I think they make some cosmetic brushes too. And I found an area that tells what the different firmnesses are on the brush. There's how to choose a brush on there. It's a great website. But at Hobby Lobby, I could get all of these different ones, and it said right on the package what they were, what the softness or firmness was of the brush. So the gold Taklons are medium to firm. The white bristle ones or the white Taklon are medium. Brown Taklon are medium soft. The black are soft. The burgundy Taklon are firm, and the bone are like the bristle. The bone Taklon are like a bristle brush, and I use those a lot for dog fur, and those are firm as well. So if you're looking to figure out what's the best brush to use for a project, check out royalbrush.com, and it's got a lot of great information there. So I will proceed here. I bought these at Hobby Lobby, and they're sponge daubers. One of the ladies in the YouTube video I was watching used one, and it really helps push the paint into these crevices. So I'm just going to get started on the sky, show you this, and then I'll just go ahead on my own and work on the dogs with regular brushes. But I thought I'd check this out and see how this works out. And I've just prepared a little of the outdoor paint, and you can see you can just daub it into place. This is so much faster and so much easier than using a brush. So this is the first time I've used these. It's going on quite nicely. Have, a fair bit of control with it. I'll do the fine one for the clouds, and sort of add some clouds in like that, and then be able to move them around a little bit while this still stays wet. Yeah, this looks great. This works really good. So I think these were really inexpensive, maybe $1.29 a brush, and they should wash out, and I should be able to use them again and again if I get them rinsed out right away, and go from there. Now I am seeing little spots there, so I think I need to put on, a little heavier paint. I'm kind of new to this YouTube video scene, so be patient with me. Hopefully they'll get better. The more of these I do, there's kind of a learning curve, as probably a lot of you know. You can look for me on Paws in the Garden on YouTube, and also Paws in the Garden Art on Instagram. Digger the Garden Dog, he's my golden retriever. He's got an Instagram page, and he's got a Facebook page, and I also have a Facebook Paws in the Garden studio page. So yeah, this works pretty good. So I'll jump back in here when I've got a little more detail done, and start doing some brush work, and I'm hoping this turns out really good. I have high hopes for it. I think it will. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, here's a quick little update. I'd love to post this on Instagram or my YouTube channel, but I can't post anything until I give it to the person, because they'll see it. I know they will, and I want to surprise them. But this is how I'm coming along. Did this dog first, got it some of the detail in, still have a lot of the fine tuning to do. Got the red guy blocked in last night and just started a little bit of detail. So generally it's about 3 different layers. You do the blocking in of the color, then and also a bit of the detail in the eyes and the features, and then start working on a little more detail. And then when I feel they're both done, then I'll start going in and doing a lot more of the close highlighting and shading and things like that. But all in all, I think they're coming along pretty good. And hi, Digger. Digger's popping in here to say hi. So I'm gonna get back at it and hoping to finish this in a few days. There's going to be welcome across here, and then I'm going to put flowers in the grass. So it's been a lot of fun to work on, but weighing 30 pounds, it's not easy. You know, I can't move it around. I sort of have to move myself around. So, okay, we'll see it. Hopefully the next time you see it, it'll be done. I finished the sign and my friend is coming to get it in a little while. So I thought I'd take a little in the garden video and show you all how it turned out. Made a few minor tweaks to the coat and then sealed it, and I ended up doing 4 coats of Deco Art satin varnish, and that stuff worked really nice. Dries fast, was able to recoat quickly, and it's a beautiful finish and should hold up for a long time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and get her reaction when she sees it for the first time and add that at the end. Hey, give me a like, subscribe. I don't know when I'll post next, but it's fun sharing my projects with you folks out there at YouTube. So we'll see you for the next project. Have a great day.